All right, got it. Done and got it. All right, y'all. Peace and greetings to y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Bay here in Morocco in Northwest Mexico. How are you? Welcome to Intuition Monday. We have a full moon in Cancer coming up on the 26th December 2023. All right, that's when it is occurring and taking place. All right. And it is taking place at 32 minutes and 59 seconds after 1900, which is 7:32:59 post meridian Eastern, right? PM, right? Eastern, right? So with that being said, this one, of course, guys, this is going to be brief because, like I said, and I told you guys before, I said, we kind of making some changes to how we're giving what's there. We like to, give you a bit of technicality to get more to what the actual aspect is meaning. So let's just get right to it. And I think I'm going to do something a little different than instead of doing the different zones, as far as astrological zones. I'm just going to speak on the astrological signs in general. However, I am going to make sure that what I do it with is I'm going to, have my tarot available, right, for this one here. And so each sign will go in whatever 12 cards pop up. If I decide to cut in the middle or shuffle or whatever the case may be, wherever spirit leads me, that's exactly what I'm going to do, right? So with that being said, the sun, of course, right? Let me go and screen share here so you guys can see exactly what I'm speaking on. All right. Go and hit that share button there. So you guys can see, right? This is what we're discussing right here. All right. There is a solar lunar reflection, right? Which gives us what we call a full moon. All right. So full moon is taking place, of course, at 4 degrees Cancer, 58 minutes, and the sun will be at 4 degrees Capricorn, 58 minutes. Luna's in the 11th house. All right. Capricorn's in the 5th. And again, this is taking place on the 26th December, 2023 at 1900 hours, 32 minutes, and 59 seconds Eastern. All right. And I'm just, switching it up a bit. I'm using the Regiomontanus, kind of taking it back, a few centuries or whatever, just using the Regiomontanus. And we'll see how, this relates to you guys, especially those of you that are keeping a diary as you're here looking at the things that I'm going over here with, Seven Hill Star as far as the YouTube channel. And also in comparison with those of you that are, currently are, and soon to have a session with me, we can be able to further look at those things in harmony with your actual chart. And so I encourage you all to make sure you schedule a mirror AstroLiteracy session with Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, of course, and we can go into a self-reflection session, right? And it's funny because that's what I'm saying. The moon is doing here, reflecting the sun, all right, which we call opposition in modern astrology. However, to get rid of the war energy in connotation, the warlike connotation in opposition, we would like to bring on a more loving connotation and give it more of a denotative fashion as far as delivery to call it reflection. So, of course, we said sun, right? 4 degrees Capricorn, 58 minutes in the 5th house in the 22nd lunar mansion. All righty. And Luna is reflecting that sun, of course, at 4 degrees Cancer, 58 minutes in the 11th house in the 8th lunar mansion. And what does that mean? Okay, so we got through the technicality to keep it brief and to the point. I wrote that one's creative self-expression, actually, entrancingly suppresses negativities by reflecting medicinally secured shared influences that one has overcome. I'll read that again. One's creative self-expression entrancingly suppresses negativities by reflecting medicinally secured shared influences that one has overcome. So what I'm saying there is maybe you're going to put yourself in some type of I don't know, hypnotic, flow or trance within your work. And what you're doing is you're doing that to be able to combat, any type of negativities, whether it's rumors, whether it's, someone trying to impose upon your freedom, things of that nature. And you'll be able to reflect that by seeing the balance, right? When I say medicinally, medicine, right? Medi is middle, Cine is to see. So in seeing the middle, right, in a secured fashion by sharing, right, those influences that one has come over. So if you overcame something, or you know that you can be able to share and reflect to someone else, a way that you comprehend what they're going through and things of that nature. You can lovingly do this, of course, by finding a way to get maybe lost in your self-expression of maybe, and when I say self-expression, I'm talking about like your creativity. Like, what are you creating? What is there something? Are you putting together a slideshow? Are you putting together some kind of poem? Are you putting together some type of presentation by video, maybe cartoon, maybe it's an animation? All righty. And what is going to be done here, the positive outcome collectively, is actually taking how you're just zoning in your work and being able to reflect how you actually comprehend and can relate to those that need to overcome what you have overcome already. So for Aries, right, let's get a shuffle here and see how this energy actually reflects for all 12 signs. All right. And it's interesting because here in this Regiomontanus house chart here, we can see clearly Aries is on the ninth house cusp. Ninth house is at 28 degrees. All right, 28 degrees. Aries, 55 minutes. However, we were to look at this as a whole sign, if all of Leo was the first whole sign house, then of course Aries is the whole sign ninth. Leo, again, if it was the whole sign first, Aries being the whole sign ninth. However, in this Regiomontanus chart, on top of the whole sign perspective, we see that the 10th house cusp actually is there on Aries at 28 degrees. Aries, 55 minutes. However, those planets that are in Aries, of course, looking like Chiron and the North Node, maybe there's some wounded healing in the sense that maybe you're taking on a course or a lesson, or you're learning something and you're like, I feel like I'm starting over trying to learn something. There's going to be something good coming out of that, Aries, all right? Because you're following the dictates of your soul. You're actually going outside of your comfort zone here, Aries. And very interestingly, Jupiter being in mutual reception with the moon ruling over that Pisces there. It just kind of goes to show that you're going to have some assistance, right? You probably have some loved ones that will probably give you some advice. Maybe they have some books to share with you, some things of that nature, right? So it might be a woman actually in the family that does that, or maybe your uncle is going to share some things from your aunt, or so to speak, right? So with that being said, Aries, this energy for you is Five of Swords reverse. So here you are actually taking on staying consistent. The battle isn't quite won yet, and you may not be the victor looking back on those that you have defeated, but actually what you're actually just taking on an energy here, Aries, where you're going to allow yourself to really think things through and maybe even analyze those that are not you, that may have conquered things before you, may be looking at their notes and memoirs pertaining to the same topic that you're taking on. All right. I'm going to cut here. Taurus, this energy, very interesting. Six of Wands. You're not being well received at work, Taurus. I think that's interesting too, with Taurus being engulfed, so to speak, or intercepted within the 10th house. Alrighty, so I think Taurus is maybe you just missed a promotion. Maybe there was something you was expecting. Maybe you were expecting to be received well pertaining to something, and that has not taken place. However, Mars actually there in Sagittarius under Jupiter's rulership, because Jupiter is there also. What I think you can actually do there is just find a way to be consistently active, keep working, and eventually, I think, with what I'm just kind of intuiting off this one card, I think you'll be able to get the acceptance that you were looking for, even if it's not at the same job. And let's say you actually, find it not happening at work, but your appreciation, maybe if you share with loved ones and loved ones like, hey, it's fine that you didn't get that promotion. We appreciate you. And that's maybe where you get that appreciation from. Gemini, very interesting. So a lot of reversals here. 5s and 6s, right? This is the 6 of Swords reverse. Alrighty, so maybe you need to stay put. Maybe you need to stay put. Maybe Gemini, you need to really focus on where you actually are. Maybe not take on that journey, or really allow someone that you may be interested in. Maybe you're a Gemini guy interested in someone, or a Gemini woman interested in someone, right? And a guy, of course. We actually enforce being in harmony with nature here, right? Mothers with sons, sons with mothers, right? So to speak. Men with women, respectfully. When one's offended by that, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to subscribe to what Southern Hill Star is about in encouraging being in harmony with nature. So with this here, I think also thinking about taking on the journey to move forward, maybe move with your loved ones somewhere. Maybe right now, short travels isn't the best thing, especially with Mercury there in Sagittarius. Right? Maybe you might want to kind of reflect on those travels and maybe make the plans a little later, right? Cancer. Knight of Pentacles. Cancer, you're really seeking to really get your finances together. You really thought some finances was going to come some way. This is funny. So far, all 4 cards have been reversed in terms of this lunar reflection happening there in Cancer. So, someone may show you how to overcome not having the bit of finances that you want. Maybe there's some value to something that you really would like to have. And, maybe there's someone who has the experience that can actually share how you can get over feeling like you're not getting your worth or the value you deserve. Interesting. Leo, Justice reverse. Maybe you're feeling that there's a bit of unfairness. So someone's going to show you how to overcome that unfairness. There's going to be, or maybe you're the one, Leo, that's, sharing something where people will actually hear how you've overcome unfairness. Maybe there was something unjust that you actually experienced. And with this energy here, you can see that what you may take on is actually showing people how to actually overcome dealing with unfairness, or you may have some experience where you're receiving that also. Virgo, so I cut the cards here. Virgo is working on really building the finances here, all right? And this is the 8 of Pentacles. And so one is really working on building their finances. And maybe, just maybe, Virgo is going to be taking on some kind of class, or maybe seeing how others have got over doing their, endeavors to really build themselves and build their finances. Maybe it's some business endeavors you're thinking about pertaining to your everyday routine or work, so to speak. So I think that's what Virgo is actually going to encounter there, is building their finances. Libra, you got to do some charity, right? And so you're really trying to figure out how you can do some charity. Maybe someone can give you some advice on who to give your finances to. You may have been holding on to some things for quite some time, and now it's time for you to be able to take those finances and maybe do some form of charity, be humanitarian and altruistic with your finances. Scorpio, you got to stay where you are. Don't walk away. All righty. So with this being said, that 8 of Cups reverse here, right? Oh, and that last one for Libra was the 4 of Pentacles. So here for Scorpio, 8 of Cups reverse, right? I think you got to stay put. There's something that you need to actually look at that you already have there. There's some fulfillment there that you actually already have, Scorpio. You may just need to take another look at it and maybe actually think out fully what it is that you're seeking to accomplish, right? Because there's some fulfillment there, all right? So you may have to, instead of abandoning the platform, is finding more ways to see what it is that you actually have and appreciate those things that are actually there, fulfilling you if you can actually see things for what they are instead of seeing things for what you would like them to be. All right. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you guarding your thoughts here. All right. 2 of Swords upright. So Sagittarius, I think you're feeling to a certain degree that maybe you have to guard your thoughts. Maybe you have to guard your heart. And at the same time, while you're within your own realm, you're going within yourself, you're having these inward journeys. What you're also doing in that, because you could just be having a spiritual walk. Maybe you're enjoying some things about yourself that you have just recently learned, but it may not be what your peers may immediately accept. So you're finding yourself a bit on guard pertaining to this new and exciting, exciting idea or revelation, if not unvelation, that you just recently had. Capricorn, interesting. The moon reverse, right? So Capricorn, I find that even with this, it's like you want to stay indoors, right? You probably want to stay indoors with your cats, so to speak. Maybe you're doing a little gardening, so to speak, indoors, and you've been really thoroughly contemplating that. And so maybe someone, maybe it's a neighbor, with a few cats or something. That neighbor will encourage you, maybe share something with you. Maybe it's a book, or maybe it's some electronic text of some sort, PDF maybe, that will guide you in your journey and showing you how to overcome your battle pertaining to food security. All right. Cut the cards here for Aquarius. Let's see what we got here. Aquarius, looky. Aquarius, I think you're looking to invest. Because you're sitting here juggling your finances, and in juggling your finances, you're like, okay, I got to keep it moving. Got to keep the finances flowing to a pinnacles here. And I think in doing so, you're actually looking for the things that are best while also waiting on the return for said investment. So there may be someone that's going to show you how to actually cope with waiting on that investment. And finally, Pisces, Page of Swords. Who's lying? Maybe you're getting over some dealing with lying. Maybe you've told a lie or something, right? Page of Swords reverse here. So maybe you're dealing with the reality of maybe coming into some truth. Maybe you have been baptized with thoughts, right? You have been refreshed with the waters of the flow of thinking that, may be different from what you have been thinking over quite a few years, maybe about 10, 15 years. And now you're seeing that you may have to change the way you see things, or someone is changing the way they see things about you because they've actually found out that you said some things or have done some things where you have not been completely honest. And with that, guys, I yield the floor. Let me go and check the chat here and see what we have. I did not monitor the chat at all, but I would like to see what everybody is saying. All right. Let's see if anyone has said anything. Let's see what you guys are saying. So peace and greetings to brother Dirk Blash Bay. All right. Islam to you, brother. JLB says, Moon Day greeting, everyone. Peace and greetings to you, JLB. And the Moon Day greetings. Gratitude indeed. And Mother Sahar says, peaceful greetings to everyone. Indeed, Islam, beloved Mother Sahar. So guys, I'd like to thank you all for joining me for this Intuition Monday as we, went in on a little bit of technicality astrologically to say what's actually happening as far as this particular transit that you guys can see here with Luna here at 4 degrees. Luna's at 4 degrees, Cancer, 58 minutes in the 11th house within the 8th lunar mansion. And it's reflecting the sun here at 4 degrees, Capricorn, 58 minutes in the 5th house in the 22nd lunar mansion. And you guys that are just coming in, go and catch the replay and you'll see everything that I said pertaining to that, which I just spoke about as far as the placement for Luna and Sol for the moon and sun. Thank you all so much. I love you all when you go to get your victuals and go to eat good, eat healthily, alrighty, and promote proper function within the body. Make sure you love your loved ones, give them affection, right? And also, when you guys go to rest and recharge well, alrighty? So with that, I like to yield the floor. I like to say to y'all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Let me stop the screen share here, right? Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.